Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kimmy Baby 21 Motivation. Today, we're diving into a topic that close to all of us, how to accept our weaknesses. We live in a world that often celebrates strength, perfection, and achievement. But what if the real power lies in embarrassing the best part of us that are not perfect? Let's talk about how to love ourselves, flaws and all. Number 1. Understanding what weaknesses are. First, let's define what weaknesses really are. They're not necessarily failures, but areas where we're not as strong or competent as we might like to be. Weaknesses can manifest physically, emotionally, or mentally. It could be something as simple as being bad at math or struggling with passions. We all have that. We all not passionate in some part of our life. For example, think of your weaknesses like a muscle that needs time and care to grow stronger. One of those people that likes to go to gym to have like a really big arm, muscular big arm like that. They be, they be train themselves for so long, but they always have their rest days. You know, that's how the muscle grow better. Imagine you're working on public speaking. If you feel nervous, stumble over words, or struggle to hold an audience attention, you might recognize public speaking as a weakness, but identifying it allows you to seek resources, patience more, or take courses. Understanding this weakness means you know what to focus on. To build your skills, turn that weakness into strength, and feel more confidence over time. Number 2 is why accepting our weaknesses is important. We often spend so much time focusing on fixing our weaknesses. We forget that accepting them is the first step towards a real growth. By accepting our weaknesses, we give ourselves permission to learn and improve without pressure of perfection. You are not defined by what you can or can't do, but how you choose to respond. Number 3. Shifting the perspective from defeat to growth. Here's the thing. Weaknesses are opportunities. Instead of seeing them as limitation, we can view them as tools for growth. It's about shifting our mindset from I'm not good enough to I can improve with time and effort. For example, if you struggle with public speaking, instead of avoiding it, you can work on it gradually, knowing that every small effort adds up. Shifting the perspective from defeat to growth means viewing setbacks as opportunities for learning rather than as a failure. Here's another example. Suppose you were passed over for a promotion at work. Instead of feeling defeated and thinking, I'm not good enough, you could shift your perspective to see it as a chance for growth. You might ask for feedback on areas to improve, like developing new skills or taking on challenging projects. By reframing the experience as a way to grow, you build resilience, gain new abilities, and set yourself up for more success in the future. This shift empowers you to take proactive steps rather than dwell on disappointment. Number 4. Practice self-compassion. It's essential to treat ourselves with kindness, especially when we stumble. Weaknesses don't make us unworthy of success or happiness. Embrace self-compassion by acknowledging your struggle and being patient with your growth process. And here's a tip. Whenever you feel frustrated with your weaknesses, remind yourself that nobody is perfect, and it's okay to not have everything figured out. Number 5. Learning from our weaknesses. Sometimes our weaknesses can teach us valuable lessons that our strengths cannot. They push us to be resourceful, creative, and persistent. For example, think about time when you overcome something challenging. How did that experience change you? You might not have been the best at first, but accepting the challenge, you grew stronger. And number 6, letting go of comparison. One of the biggest obstacles to accepting our weaknesses is comparison. We look at others and think we should be just like them, we should have that kind of hair, we should have that kind of skin, we should have that kind of clothes. Like being looking good is like fine, but the truth is everyone has their own unique challenges. Like just like everyone have their own style. When we stop comparing, we start accepting. And here's a little tip. Focus on your own journey. Every step, no matter how small, is a progress. So to wrap it up, remember, weaknesses are not weaknesses, they're part of what makes us human. The goal isn't to be perfect, but to accept, grow, and embrace who we are, imperfections and all. Thank you for listening, and remember, you're doing better than you think.